Alright guys, I have another video for today because we're getting a lot of great information about the 2025 Ford Maverick. Ford has finally released a media statement, basically giving you all the information about the truck, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. We're getting an all-wheel drive Ford Maverick and a hybrid. That is really cool. I, for one, am probably going to skip the first year, but I would definitely consider getting a 2026 just because their track record with a lot of the stuff. The thing is, they've had a lot of good success with their all-wheel drive system with their EcoBoost as well, and there hasn't been a lot of issues. There's been some issues, obviously, with like suspension and a few things breaking. You know, you hear more bad stuff than good, but I'm gonna tell you as the owner, it's been really good. So enough about that. But let's just talk about this. I'm definitely very interested in what they're doing. I like the direction they're going with these small trucks. Like I said, I think the bed is a perfect size. If you know me, I love my Maverick. I'm getting 45 miles per gallon in my hybrid. I'm loving the thing. It's been really good so far, and we are obviously getting more trims. We're going to get XL, XLT, a lariat, and a tremor. And the cool thing on it, is they have this little seats here that now have like customized Maverick. I don't know if you guys seen Ali G. They put something different in there, which is pretty funny. Anyways, quick fact. So they adjusted the towing for the all-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive, which is kind of interesting to me that the all-wheel drive actually tows less on a max payload than the front-wheel drive, which I thought was kind of interesting. But again, if you're probably driving, getting the all-wheel drive, you're probably in a snowy or like a rocky terrain, so you need it. The front-wheel drive is more for like city boys like me, and then obviously you're gonna need an EcoBoost if you do plan to actually tow more weight. And then they also have different transmissions. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and link this page. I'm just gonna give you guys a quick go around where it talks about the flex bed, what you can carry. I've actually done plywood in my truck. I usually lift the bed all the way and put like a pad or something, but this is also, you could do this as well. I haven't done a motorcycle yet in mine. This is one thing I really kind of regret. I thought when I ordered my truck I had this, and this is actually an add-on with the. I think it comes with do-yourselfers, but Ford was doing this for a while. I don't know the name of the add-on for it. It's in the tech list. And then the main huge thing, obviously, with the 2025 is going to be the larger screen. Most people like me have this small screen. It's like, with this big, we have a cubby that does nothing. So you're going to get a much larger screen, which people do like. So that's a pretty nice upgrade for the interior. And then if this is I think this is probably an XLT because it has the orange here. But the knobs are a little different, and they've changed basically the layout. So this looks the same on the bottom. This the window wiper, the start button, this push start with USB, all the same, but they've changed the knobs on this as well. And then they talk about adding a Sync 4 system, which is supposed to be less buggy. Ask anyone who owns a Maverick now, it's not the most stable system in the world. The only thing that's a little annoying, if you notice, most of the buttons you had before have been moved up here on the bezel. So that could be either good or bad, because before if you broke a button, at least your monitor worked. Now it's kind of all in one. So if somebody breaks in this, you're probably going to be breaking a lot of their stuff. That's just one thing I would think about. And this is for the trailer, which is kind of cool. They've moved this. This is on the left side underneath this. That's kind of cool. They've been moving stuff around, and obviously they changed the appearance. So one thing I really want to note is you're going to get a lot of rock chips in this, man, because when you drive, like, a lot of rocks hit the front of your bumper. And this is nice that it's all paint, but people were painting this before. I know my plastic eats a lot. I see like little pits in my plastic, which is fine. But if you start getting in the paint, that's going to kind of suck. So if you are planning to get this and you drive a lot, like in like rocks or like freeway, I would look into honestly getting the PPF if you want to keep your paint, or just, this truck, just drive it. And then they added the 19-inch wheels, which is another huge thing. So instead of 18 inches before was as big as you can go, now they're giving you 19-inch wheels and tires. Those wheels, the bigger the tires go, the cheaper they get, right? Is how it works? I don't think that's how it works. And then they added, this is a theme with Braun accents, and then they added like a little stitching in the seats on their Active X. They're the same seats, they just have a little stitching. This is kind of interesting because it kind of matches. You have the white and blue, so instead of like, they're kind of going with like a trim color, which is interesting. And then these are one of the glossy 19-inch, again, 19-inch wheels over 18. And they have changed the prices as well. So this is another thing note. So according to the Reddit today, the orders. So remember when we first started in 2022, the Maverick starts at 19. It was under 20 grand, under 20 grand. That was for the X, the XL with nothing on it. So now actually the cheapest is actually the hybrid. So they went back instead of last year. I don't know if you guys know, but the EcoBoost was a standard, and you had to pay extra for the hybrid. Then they switched it for this year, so now the hybrid is standard, and now you have to pay more for the EcoBoost. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's correct. That's correct. More the hybrid standard, more for the EcoBoost, which I thought was interesting, as you can see in the price range difference Like, look at these are the Lariats. So it's still 1,000 more, huh? For the hybrid all-wheel drive, the Lariat EcoBoost. Or maybe I'm incorrect. No, I'm right because the hybrid front wheel. These are the different ones. That's their pricing. Yeah, interesting, interesting, interesting. So I'm thinking you're paying more for the all-wheel drive system. Obviously, that's really what it is. So it's about math don't fail me. It's a little over what 2,000 and 2,200. Is that correct? Because there's destination charge, math, 1,000, a little under 1,000 for these. I mean, it's not too much of a difference to get the all-wheel drive. It's really not gonna break the bank if you're already getting a Lariat from the EcoBoost to the hybrid. So the hybrid is more expensive. We're still waiting for exact prices to come out. They're gonna release the Ford charting was tomorrow. So tomorrow the Ford website should be updated. So you guys are interested in ordering 2025 Ford Maverick, I would definitely order it faster than later because it's a wait list. You're going to order, go with wait lists to give you a build time. Definitely meet with your dealers, see what they can do for you. Make sure you guys are only paying MSRP, but just note that it definitely has gone up in price. That's what I'm kind of getting at here. It started at $20,000 for the 2022 due to inflation, whatever you want to call it, COVID. It's now a $27,000 truck, which is still cheap for a truck. Don't get me wrong. In America, it's a cheap American truck. It's a Ford. So only time will tell how long these last or if they hold up good. I am a Ford Maverick owner, and I'm very happy with the truck so far. So let me know in the comments below if you guys plan to order and if what you would order and why. I'd love to hear about it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.